The proverbial axe has fallen at General Motors. GM's chief announced today more than a dozen firings over that company's failure to disclose what turned out to be a deadly defect. Correspondent Doug McElway has more.
The 300-page report, paid for by General Motors and produced by former U.S. Attorney Anton Valukas, paints a picture of corporate denial about ignition switch problems in 1.6 million GM vehicles built between 2003 and 2007 and links to at least 13 deaths. GM's CEO, Barra.
For those of us who have dedicated our lives to this company, it is enormously painful to see our shortcomings laid out so vividly.
While the report found no evidence of a conspiracy to hide the problem, it found a culture of failure to take responsibility for it, even though the defect was known for 11 years. It found that GM engineers, lawyers, and upper management failed to communicate.
The engineers were obviously not taking notes during meetings. They weren't taking attendance, so it was almost like it was in secret, and each individual division seemed to have its own separate silo.
If this information had been disclosed, and I believe this in my heart, the company would have dealt with this situation much differently and appropriately.
Armed with the findings, Barra today announced the firings of 15 GM staffers, many in upper management, and disciplinary proceedings against 5 others.
It was the 2 engineers, one which had actually stood up in court saying that he did not sign off on the paperwork in which his signature was on the paperwork, and another engineer. In addition to that, a lot of upper executive level management and some legal department people that didn't report this.
Reuters reported that GM's senior safety lawyer was among those fired. Today's report follows last month's $35 million fine against GM by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In its May report, NHTSA cited confidential GM documents which showed GM lawyers discouraged engineers from using, quote, vague, non-descriptive words with emotional connotations in their reporting of defects. Among the words, bad, dangerous, critical, never, serious, and you're toast. That revealing document, coupled with the damning report, shows a financially troubled company in the years preceding bankruptcy, obsessed with cutting costs over engineering and quality.
Many analysts believe GM has turned a corner. Recent sales figures and positive reviews of newer GM vehicles seem to confirm that, and Barra told reporters today, quote, "Trust me, we'll